I hope we talk about ICAN syllabus and its structure. This current syllabus started sometimes in November 2021, and one of the key changes to the syllabus was the introduction of foundation, skills level, and professional. Before this time, we used to have um, uh, foundation P1 and P2, but with effective from this syllabus, which started in November 2021, foundation, skills level, and professional was introduced. And each of these level, one must first pass the first level before you move to the other one. Okay, I'll quickly dive into the current happening in ICANN. For those of you that you already know, it is very essential that this exam that you want to write, you give it maximum attention. And I'm very sure Mr. Adejuwan and the other speakers in the class will be in this section will be talking about what you need to do to pass the exam, which is very important to us as well as it is important to you. Uh, but before I go, just to know, there is a filler that ICANN is going to change syllabus by November diet. So it is very important that you focus and give all your energy to this exam so that you can scale through to the next level before the syllabus is changed. Anyway, the syllabus is not going to be much different from what we have currently, but there will be some changes that will be introduced in the syllabus. I want to thank you for listening, and I wish you a successful engagement today. Thank you all. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Andy, Mr. Christopher. Thank you for the short presentation. And our students have noted our core objective, which is to ensure that they pass their exam. Another highlight in the presentation was the fact that there will be a change in syllabus very soon. So whatever you do now, do it right. Make sure you clear your paper so that when the syllabus come, a change might not affect you in a way, like I remember in 2010, when some of us, we were moving from, then we used to call it P1, so we're supposed to go to the final P2, so they changed syllabus. When they changed syllabus, so it was now that, okay, professional, you write 5 papers. Before it used to be 4. They now said that there's one paper that we're supposed to write that will not go to final yet, that will write that one paper first before now go to final. So today, by God's grace, that one way or the other, they allowed us combine all those papers at the final, which most of us wrote and passed at one sitting. So again, whatever you want to do it right, pass your papers and move to the next level. So whatever change that is coming, it always meets you on the positive side. Thank you very much again, Mr. Christopher. The next item on our agenda is education on ICAN registration. I know a lot of us are already receiving lectures, but besides receiving lectures, there are a lot to know. And Mrs. Stella will be educating us on that. And within a few minutes, so I'll be handing over to Madam so that she can put us through on that. So over to you, Stella.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Madam.
Yes, this is Timnola Nwiliku. I'm also from ICAN. Like I said earlier, she's been finding it difficult to log into this meeting. So,
Okay.
and then I've tried reaching out to her. She said maybe we can call. I don't know how that will be possible. If you can put a call across. If you can't do that, I can as well, so that we don't stress ourselves. I can just take us through that for a few minutes.
Okay, please do.
Okay. So to register for ICAN, the first information I'm going to give. Sorry, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. My bad. Good evening. Thanks for having us. Like I said, my name is Demola Nwiliku. I'm a staff of ICAN and Student Affairs Department. So I'm going to take us through ICAN registration and exemption. So for ICAN registration, unlike before, that we have different modes of payment, but now we can student can only pay online, strictly online, to ease all the stress of going to the bank and all of that. So we go to ICAN portal to make the payment. It's just it took after we have the on the portal, you see the payment options there. Then you choose the one that is comfortable. But for now, we advise students not to go for Paystack because we will be having issues with Paystack after making payment, not saying the payment is not dropping and all of that. So we advise students to make use of the other payment method. So after making payment online, you upload your documents. So this is where most times we have issues with students. When students are not uploading the required documents, such registration or such application will be on pending by the time we reach out to the students. So make sure the students should ensure that they upload the necessary all the required documents. On that page as well, you will see all the required documents that you are expected to upload. After uploading, then you submit. You get your document signed and ensure that your referee is not owing. And then you yourself, you okay, ensure that the person refereeing you is not owing. Then you done after, then you upload everything and submit. When you submit, automatically it will drop at our own head here in ICAN. We'll go through um the documents, we'll go through everything, the names, to ensure that we are in order, we're on the same page. Then we'll process. Immediately we'll process and we approve, we push to portal, the students automatically will have number. So that's about registration. I think I'm fine now.
Okay,
Hello,
my
sir.
yes, yes, I'm with you. Thank you very much
Yes, sir.
um, for that. So, so I think you can go ahead with the exemption. Then we will then go to Q&A on the registration and the
Okay,
exemption. Yes.
okay, okay. Okay, sir. So for exemption, we have, you know, different certificates attract different exemptions. So for exemption, the first thing that a student must do before going ahead to make payment is to make inquiry, know what you are eligible for, because ICAN, we are selling ICAN to accounting student, no accounting student as well. So if you are a graduate of banking and finance, you don't have the same exemption with accounting graduate. And then if you're an accounting graduate from non from ICAN non-ICAN accredited institution, you are not having the same exemption with a graduate of accounting from ICAN accredited institution. So all of these things are taken into consideration before a student can go ahead and make payments, especially now that there is no refund. Before now, where any wrong payment ICAN will refund, but now is here on the screen. Is stated there, no refund for any excess payment made. So now, first thing is to make inquiry, reach out to ICAN or reach out to the management of equity, confirm from them the eligibility of your exemption, so you don't make wrong payment. So now we still, for exemption, we still have, um you can pay via quick teller, you can pay in the bank. When you go to the bank to pay, in the bank they will give you a slip. On that slip there is a website address where you will visit and then fill your form and then upload your documents. Also ensure that you upload the appropriate documents or the certificate you are using to claim exemption. If you are using your master's, upload. If you are using your BSc, upload. Whichever one you are using to apply for exemption. So there is another thing about this exemption. If you are be writing ICAN exams before, and then maybe along the line you stopped, you went to have additional qualifications. If you come back to ICAN, if the additional qualification we hand you some papers maybe at skills level or at fractional level, but you have written, you had maybe peradventure you had attempted any of those papers, there will not be further exemption, because students don't actually get all this information. They will just go ahead and make payment. So for exemption, sir, do you want me to go through all of this academic qualification? You want me to take it one after the other?
No, ma, no,
Hello,
ma.
sir. Sir?
No, ma, it's not necessary to take it one after
Okay,
the
not
other.
just
Since
not
it's
just
available online.
okay. So depending on what you are presenting to for exemption, so that's what will you will process your exemption based on your qualification. So most times you usually hear that my student, a friend of mine that studied accounting in another school, we gave the person full exemption. Why am I not taking exemption? We have different parameters at which we grant exemptions. So I think from questions and answer questions, we'll be able to give more information, because I from what people are trying to know about exemption, you'll be able to um, get or produce more information concerning exemption. How to pay? Okay, how to pay, like I said, is you can pay at the bank. That's the for now for exemption. That's or quick teller. If you have quick teller account, you can pay via quick teller. So if you pay via quick teller after making payment, ensure that when you are paying the accurate amount, ensure that you had 400 naira to it as charges, because most times a student might like this 800 naira. A student will go and make all the money is he or she is paying is 800 naira. So by the time after making payment, and you log in, you want to go and process the exemption, and it's breaking up invalid payment, which means the student did not include the charges to the payment. That's why each time we get a mail or an inquiry, we usually tell them that this payment is without bank charges. So any student that is making payment must add charges to the exemption fee, so that at the end of it there will not be invalid payment experience. So I think when questions are coming up, be able to attempt some of these areas of exemption, sir. Thank you.
Okay, madam, thank you very much. And I think we already have a question. So if let me say this. If you have any question to ask, just raise up your hand. Then I would call you in that order. And if you don't want to talk, you can as well just type your questions in the chat box. We'll read it out for us to attend to it. So at least we'll try to attend to as many as possible today. So I have a question from Lucia. She said that before tax was returned back to skills level. So for those, because there was a time where tax was at foundation. So for those that
Yes, sir.
that for that exemption, where tax was still in skills, but now that is in when it was in foundation, but now that it is in skills, are they still exempted?
Yes, sir. So if you applied to when taxation was at foundation level, still you are still exempted from taxation. You are not pulling out, so you still have taxation exempted for you. So if the
Okay.
person goes to check his or his exam status, the person will not see taxation, because it has already been exempted from from the person's exemption status. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you very much.
You're
Sorry.
welcome, sir.
So there's another question from Grace. Before I call on Babajide to talk, there's another question from Grace. She said that now that is it an accredited center, because she's asking if they would write all courses in skills level.
Okay, no, now it's not ICAN accredited institution. So an accounting graduate from now will be granted just 3 papers at foundation to write MI. So now it's not an ICAN accredited institution. We only grant a graduate of now 3 papers at foundation, and such student to write 1 paper. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So
You're
before
welcome.
I end to Jacinta, so let me allow Babajide to talk. So Babajide, you can ask a question very briefly, please.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sorry, I didn't get that, sir.
So Babajide, I don't know if it's possible for you to type your question because your line is breaking from your end, so that we'll move very fast. So would appreciate that. Sorry. Okay, so let me move
Master.
to the, so
Hello?
let me move to the next question. Hey, Babajide, your line is breaking.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, so now there is a person that had been that was told by ICAN official that that she's eligible for exemption in from 3 papers in foundation and then FR from the foundation courses. Now she has written MI. So now, so when she paid, she only paid for exemption from those 3 courses, hoping to pay for exemption for MI and from FR when she starts writing skill. Can that person still go ahead to make that payment for exemption since she has written an exam?
Sir, let me just do it. I didn't get that clearly, but you said somebody. What's the qualification of the student? Sorry.
She has PhD in business education.
Okay, BSc business education.
BSc accounting education, masters business education, PhD in business education. And then
Okay.
she has she was told by an official that that she was eligible for exemption from 3 papers in foundation only to write MI, and that she will also be exempted from FR. But when she made payment for exemption, she only made payments for exemptions from those foundation courses. Now she's hoping to still pay for exemption for that FR, but she has written MI in the last diet. So can she go ahead to still make the payment, or that the fact that she has written an exam before as reduce the chances of pressing further to take that exemption?
Sir, what did the person study for the masters?
Business education.
Business education.
Accounting.
There is
Accounting
option.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, yes, she can
And
go ahead
then
to pay.
PhD, PhD too, business education, accounting option too.
Accounting option, PhD. That's serious. So for the PhD, and can I get back to you on that, because because it's B education. So because normally accounting PhD, accounting masters, accounting BS, we hand that person all papers at foundation and all papers at skills level. But now that is majored in business education, so I will need to confirm very well because I wouldn't want to give a wrong information here and then get back
Okay,
to you. Yes,
thank
to
you.
be sure.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
thank you.
I'll get back to the management. I think they will pass it across to you, sir.
Oh,
I've
definitely.
noted it. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for that.
All
So
right.
there's another question from Jacinta. She said, 8 years graduates, what are the courses they will write?
Okay, AAT members, ICAN 80 members.
Yes.
Okay. Such will be exempted from all papers at foundation, audit and assurance and taxation at skills level to write 4 papers. And the 4 papers are public sector accounting and finance, corporate strategic management and ethics, financial reporting, and then performance management.
Okay, thank you very much. I hope that answers your question, Jacinta. So there's another question here from Lekon Opola. He said that um is that there are some universities that they give them that they are granted exemption for foundation and skills.
Okay, MCAT mutual agreement. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So he said that both of them are accredited. I don't know.
Sir?
He said, both investors are accredited. So it's those under MCAT that are allowed exemption at foundation and skills, right?
Yes, and it's not just there are terms and conditions to that as well because it depends on the year of graduation. So, do you understand? It depends on when the person, if the person, when the year the person graduated, if the year falls within the period of the agreement.
Hello, madam. I can't hear you again. Okay. Okay. So we can't hear again. Okay, so while we are waiting for her, Lekon, so there are some institutions that are with agreements with ICAN under MCAT. So those institutions, their graduates just go straight to professional directly. So I'm sure it's open to any other institution that meets the criteria from ICAN. And so Latif has been raising up his hand. So Latif, I think you can go ahead and ask a question if you are still available.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, sir. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you, please. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you very much. So my question is in twofold. I'm not sure if you already addressed what you're presenting. So the first one is about payments, right? So general payment for exemption and payment for the exam. Is there, if we are doing May 2025 diet, is there a deadline for it, for that payment? When is that deadline? That's the first question. And the second question is also in relation to payment, but about MCAT exemption. So if let's say you are paying for the MCAT exemption, do you have to pay at a particular time, or you can pay alongside perhaps your exam fee and all of that? So those are the two questions.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry, sir. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I just remembered that I still had one more question. Can I go
Okay.
ahead, please?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you, sir. So the final question, which I think you was trying to address earlier, but I didn't get, is about MCAT. So for schools that maybe they have the agreement, is it that he elapses, and I heard about a rule that he elapses maybe after 5 years that the person graduates, or is it that he elapses 5 years after you started taking the professional exam? That is, if maybe you fail and you continue to take other papers, is that when he elapses, or is after you graduate? So those are the questions. Sorry, it's so long.
Okay, so thank you very much. So for, I think you asked question for the deadline for payment of exemption. So when you pay for your registration, it takes ICAN tells you it takes 7 days for them to attend to you, for your registration number to be out. So, but for the most part, you might see it taking 2 or 3 weeks in most cases. And for your exemption, that also take a month for them to fully exempt, so that it will be reflecting on your portal that you have been exempted these papers. So practically, from 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 our students so far, it's better you would have paid for your registration and paid for your exemption at least 2 months before the exam. So like this exam that is happening in May, make sure you have cleared your registration and exemption on or before the end of March. Don't let it enter April. Otherwise, if you're not exempted on time, you might not be able to write the exam. So for the issue of MCAT, 5 years expiry, so hopefully when she comes back, she'll be able to answer that. But
Okay, I'm here, sir.
oh, okay, okay, thank you very much. So I think I'll hand that over to you.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir, before I say something about MCAT registration, because of the number of students that are registering, so it doesn't take up to 2 weeks for after registration for a student to get his or her registration number. Max, it takes like a week, except such application as an issue, and then which will have communicated to the student. And same thing with exemption. So MCAT does not have a expiration for now, though we are trying to put on hold, which has not been concluded yet. But for the ones for the schools that we have the agreement with, it will still run till next year. If it's not reinstated, but if it's going to continue, that means it will continue. So they are trying to, so there is no expiry date of MCAT for the schools that are under MCAT for now.
Okay, madam,
Thank
thank you very much. I hope that has answered this question. So there's another question here saying, if someone has masters in accounting, what level is going to start from?
Sorry, what about the first degree?
Okay, so the person did not specify. So I want to assume for qualifying for masters in accounting, is that you have written PGD accounting or you have first degree accounting?
Okay, so because except the person has claimed the exemption with the first degree and now has a master's, is it MSc or MBA, or is we need to, if it's
It will be
academic, it's
MSc
MSc.
accounting. It will
Sir?
be MS, it will be MSc accounting.
Okay, that's financial reporting.
Okay. Financial
Thank you, sir.
reporting.
Yes,
So
please.
the person will be writing how many papers at skills level?
5. That's why I said if the person has claimed the exemption with first degree, probably will have taken some papers, will have been granted some papers at skills level. So
Okay.
because we have to be on the same page. If the person maybe the person has BSc accounting, possibly the person will have been granted exemption of papers at foundation and paper, or two or one paper at skills level, depending on when the person applied. So
Okay.
So the person should consider what he or she has on his status, then remove the FR. So the subject left are the ones you will write.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
So,
welcome.
yeah. So that means the person will be writing 4 papers then from what you have mentioned. If he
Yes,
has MSc in accounting and BSc accounting.
yes. The person will be writing 4 papers. Four papers at skills level.
Okay. All right. So another question is that is the ICAN exemption at the skills level for BSc different from HND?
No, 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 no. The same thing. If the person is from ICAN accredited institution, HND is the same thing with BSc.
Okay. All right. Thank you. There's another one that's asking that when can we find list of accredited universities?
Sir?
When can one find list of accredited universities?
Okay, it's on our site. It's on ICAN site.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Wasil.
www. Sir?
Not you, Mr. Wasil.
Yes, sir.
Maybe after this one, we can proceed with the next agenda. I think we have spent about 15 minutes now on the question and answers.
Okay, no
Uh,
problem.
yeah.
Okay. So,
Sir, you want to click www.icanhig.org, or you want me to share my screen to have it, or no need?
okay.
We, we,
The
we
we will
share with
share
them.
them.
We
Yeah.
have it. We have the information. We
Okay,
share with
okay,
them.
all right. It's on the
Mm,
site, yeah.
yeah.
All right,
Thank
sir.
you.
Okay, so for the last one, let me just one more question. So if a student forgets his or her registration number, how will the student go about obtaining that registration number?
Or the students can just write to us, give us the full name, surname, first name, middle name, date of birth, phone number. So with that, we will be able to get the student registration number.
Okay. I'm so sorry. This one also seems urgent. So somebody from Benin Republic, an accounting student from Benin Republic. So are there any exemption for that?
Yes, we have BMF and FA, but the person must have served, because no we are having issues with their certificates uh, following the declaration of the FG in December 2023. So, but if the person has served in Nigeria, it means that it has been vetted by Ministry of Education. So when they are coming, they should come with their certificate and NYC. So such will be granted BMF and FA at foundation level to write 2 papers at foundation and all other papers.
Okay, okay. So another one is ACCA an ACCA qualified person that's supposed to write 3 papers. Can they sit for it at one sitting, considering that it
Yes, yes, yes. He or she can. The 3 papers at once. They have that leverage.
okay, okay. And is ICANN ready for this syllabus change, or is it just rumors?
No, no, it's not rumor, but ICAN is not on it. It has not been launched.
Can you give us like a likely timeline? Is it happening
No,
this?
I don't have the information, sir.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Thank you very much, madam. Really appreciate you. And I
Yes, sir.
hope you will stay on this call because we will definitely be needing you as we proceed. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll be here. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Madam Tengi.
Yes, sir. My pleasure, sir.
So the next item on our agenda is building a growth mindset. And that will be presented by Dr. Tunji. Within 5 minutes, he's going to give us a very short briefing on how we can prepare our mindset for the exams and beyond. So I will present the floor to Dr. Tunji Ajibola. Thank you.
Thank you, my able director. Permit me to welcome you once again, all our students, the directors, and my colleagues that are on this call. You are most welcome. Yes, our students, you are customers. If you are in foundation, of course, we must have, we have started the journey together. So it's a journey that you are starting today. And that have given me this task of just speaking word of motivation to your mind. Yes, to come to Equity Professional, where we have proven able hands to us here. We are doing on, and it is beyond what we say need for us. Yes, I'm back. So quickly, I will speak to this topic because of time constraint. Yes, I will just, so you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, so I will speak quickly to this. I will compress it in the next 5 minutes thereabout. Yes, I'm part of the business law faculty member, and I'm not a chartered accountant, but I can tell you I've been working with accountants close to 20 years now. And in proxy, I will soon become a chartered accountant. All right, but I can tell you, you have made the right decision. So quickly, I will just speak with on this topic, cultivating growth mindset for professional success. As far as this your journey is concerned, as far as this your journey is concerned, we can cultivate growth mindset for different things, for our career, in our workplace, but we want to locate this to this journey of becoming a chartered accountant in recorded time. How to nurture growth mindset. Okay, so growth. What is growth mindset? Growth mindset is the belief that abilities, intelligence, and talent can be developed through effort, learning, and perseverance. People with growth mindset view challenges as opportunity to grow, embrace feedback, and persist in the face of a setback. Of course, for the fact that you have made decision to become a chartered accountant, it speaks of the fact that you have made that decision to record growth in your career life. So and that's what we are saying here. The growth mindset has to do with, okay, yes, I have BSc, I have HND, even whether it's accounting or science oriented, but I want to be more than this. And that's why you are here for this program. So you already have it. So a mindset of belief, putting your talent into work, and ensure that whatever challenge that is going to come as you have started this journey, you are not going to surrender. You are going to persist, even though you may record some setback, but you are not going to give up. Okay. Yes. Talking about mindset, quickly, we have a different type of mindset. We have a fixed mindset. The fixed mindset is the belief that the ability, intelligence, and talent are innate and unchangeable. People with fixed mindset tend to avoid challenges. They fear failure and see effort as fruitless if they believe that their ability already fixed. Of course, when you concerning this journey that you have started, you don't have to have a fixed mindset. The fixed mindset will say, okay, my degree is sufficient. Why will I disturb myself with professional qualification again? No, that's a fixed mindset. The growth mindset is that, yes, I have BSc in science oriented courses, I have HND already in accounting, but I want to be more than this. So that is growth mindset. Okay, so the next thing is importance of mindset in this journey. Importance of your mindset. When we talk about mindset, we are talking about your mental state. You are combining lots of things. Work life, some of you are married, and so many other commitments. So you are combining all this together. Why is it important for you to have that growth mindset, in this journey? You must have it's important you have a positive mindset so that you'll be able to develop skills and adapt to challenges that you are going to face in the course of this your professional journey. Another one, a growth mindset promotes creative thinking, risk taking, problem solving, which are essential for you in this journey. Okay, because you have to be creative as to your plan. Like I used to tell my students, the exam is not far. May is just here. And you are combining it with work, you are combining it with family. You have to be creative in setting time aside to read, to do the reading. It's very important, okay? So that is, talking about importance of, positive mindset. Okay, what are the characteristics of a growth mindset? Embracing challenges, persistence and resilience. Sometimes it's possible to clear all the level at once. Like I said, I've been in this industry for close to 20 years. I've seen students coming from 8 years and they clear it per stage. Even in the professional level, I've seen students clear it at once. Okay, so you can have that mindset that yes, it's possible, it has been done, and I'm going to do it. So you are to embrace challenges, you have to be persistent and your resilience as well. You have to be open to feedback. You have to focus on learning over perfection. You may not, perfection is not here, but of course you can focus on learning. So you have to be adaptable and flexible, probably in your plans, in your schedule, effort as a part of mastery. Okay, you have to have that curiosity and desire for learning. You have to see in future failure. You have to see failure as an opportunity. Okay, and of course, you need a load dose of positive self-talk and belief. You need to believe. You need to have that positive mindset that is possible to to become qualified in recorded time, come what may, not minding your workload, your family life. It is possible to juggle all these things together. Okay, so another thing that you need to know is a benefit of a growth mindset. A growth mindset drives individual to seek opportunity. Professional with growth mindset view obstacles and setback as a stepping stone. Okay, professional with growth mindset value feedback and diversity of thought, fostering collaboration and stronger relationship with colleagues. Okay, so I'm just paraphrasing all those things because of time constraint. Okay, so you need to overcome, those things that may cause setback in your mental growth. It's very important. It's very important that you overcome this. Okay, so quickly I want to run towards the last part. I want to run to the last part. Okay, yes, I want to share with you the professional with a growth mindset. I can tell you, for all your lecturers that have been qualified, they have a lot of stories to share with you. I think in the course of lecture, they will share some of those stories. That means they are a good example of a professional with a growth mindset. It's by growth mindset, they are all chartered and qualified. It is by growth mindset, the directors and all the faculty members put it together that we are going to run this with this vision. Okay, so we have examples, and in different walk of life, you see professionals. Before you can get to the top or the peak of any career, you must have that growth mindset. You must have that growth mindset. Okay. So while I'm concluding now, I have to paraphrase all those things. As a lecturer, we talk too much, and then of course, even as a lawyer too. Okay, but because of time constraint, I just paraphrasing. So let me go to the conclusion before my director will sanction me. Okay, so in conclusion, adopting a growth mindset is a powerful approach to overcoming challenges in this journey that you have started. We have talked about real life examples of your lecturers that are chartered accountant. A growth mindset encourages us to embrace challenges. It helps us to learn from failures and celebrate efforts, all of which are key ingredients for personal and professional development. By cultivating this mindset, individuals can unlock their full potential and navigate the complexity of their career with confidence and determination. Okay, whether in leadership, in any areas of life, in this journey that you have started, a growth mindset is essential for achieving your dream of becoming a chartered accountant in recorded time. So while I leave this with you, is like one of our directors have said, it's critical that you see to the end of this program. You have started this journey, and it's important that you must see to the end of it. There are a lot of gains when you see to the end of it. So as I'm rounding up now, I wish you success in this journey, and by the grace of God, you achieve your dreams and aspiration in Jesus' name. Okay, so thank you for this opportunity to inspire our customer, our students. You are most welcome. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Mr. Wasil.
Thank you very much, Doctor. So for the short presentation, as you can hear, growth mindsets, you need to have that at the back of your mind, so that would navigate you to move to the next level as fast as possible, and never postpone that success date. Okay, so very quickly, we're going to move to the next item on our agenda, which is strategies to pass ICAN exam. And that will be delivered by our very own registrar, Mr. Adejuwon Dawood. I'm sure every one of you here must have had contact with him before you would be registered with us at Equity. So you'll be doing a short presentation as well on how to pass ICAN exam. So over to you, sir, Mr. Adejuwon.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Wasil. And before I begin, let me use this opportunity to welcome Mrs. Stella into our midst. She's been trying to log in since. Mrs. Stella.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yes,
we are
sir.
still going to need your expertise in the next few minutes. So,
sir.
Yeah.
All right. Can you hear me very well, sir?
Yes, I can.
All right. Lovely. Thank you so much. So sorry about that.
It's okay. It's understandable. Yes, Mr. Wasil, please. You're welcome. Please present. Okay, let me present for my hand. Oh, okay. Mr. Wasil, please allow me to present, or you present my deck. Mr. Wasil?
No, you can. Okay, let me allow you present.
Yeah.
Okay, can go ahead, please.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone, once again. Yeah, for those of you that have met with me, for those of you that are yet to meet with me, my name is Adejuwon. I'm your registrar at Equity Professional. Yes. We have about 9 strategies that we need to deploy this evening to encourage you, for you to be able to achieve success in your forthcoming examination. So it is important for you to take all these 9 points very seriously. Earlier today, Mr. Wasi was trying to present a video of one of our students, of course, that won the overall prize in November 2023, which the induction was conducted in May 2024. Of course, another induction was done in November 2024. However, that video was intended to encourage you, to motivate you, to spur you to give your best always, because ICAN exam is something that you can achieve. I always tell students that ICAN is not difficult to pass. If you plan your study very smartly, certainly you are going to achieve the best. One thing you need to understand is that some people, of course, ICAN exam is not something that is difficult, but if you outline your goals and you have the requisite resources for you to be able to achieve that, certainly you are going to achieve the excellence that you deserve. Therefore, when you want to begin your ICAN program, the most important thing, the first step that you need to carry out is for you to be able to set the goals that you want to achieve. Therefore, come May 2025 diet exam, what is your goal? As a student, your primary goal is for you to be able to achieve excellence. You want to clear all your register papers. Therefore, that is important, because if you don't have a goal, you'll be doing it anyhow. But when you have a goal, then your goal will be, you are starting with the end in mind. The end is for you to be able, the end result is for you to be able to achieve that excellence. You want to pass your exam. So as you are starting your ICAN program, you have that goal that you want to achieve. Oh, come May 2025, I want to pass all my ICAN exam. So that will now take us to the second step, the second strategy that you need to take into consideration in this journey. The second strategy says that you should be focused, determined, and resilient, because for you to become a chartered accountant, you have to have these attributes, okay? An accountant, a professional accountant are very resilient. They are very decisive. They take bull by the horns, all right? They are very serious and then courageous. So, which is telling us in step 3 that, in the third strategy, that you have to avoid any bad influence, especially when you are in the class, or maybe in the office, or your neighbor might be telling you about ICAN. Oh, ICAN is difficult. ICAN is difficult to pass. I've done this 100 times. This is what we call, this kind of people are what we call emotional vampires. The emotional vampires are the people that are full with negativity. They don't see anything good in a process. So you need to avoid them on your journey to become chartered accountant. Please, while you are in the class, you are going to meet with different kinds of people. Be careful on the kind of friends that you make. Always meet with people that has that kind of growth mindset that will spur you to want to give your best always. Is very important, very, very important. The fact that somebody failed a subject does not mean you are going to fail it. We are different people with different background, with different exposure, all right? Our level of assimilation differ. Therefore, you cannot use somebody that failed as a benchmark for yourself. So you need to look up to the people that are doing well. You need to look up for the people that have done it before and are successful. Like the video Mr. Wasi was trying to share with you the other time. Our own star girl during the period, Chidinma, she started just like the way you are starting the exam. She was attending lecture with us at our Isolo Center. She never knew that she's going to become, she's going to be the overall best candidate for that particular period. So you need to mingle with people that have the positive mindset to encourage you to always give your best. Then the fourth strategy that you need to adopt, now that you have set your ICAN goal, Some of you have started lectures. Some of you are yet to start. However, in as much as you have started lecture, there's no better time to start reading other than now. You need to start studying now because yearly preparation is key to your success. You need that yearly preparation for you to be successful as an ICAN student. You have a lot to do. Even if you are writing only one paper, it's a lot. Therefore, I want to encourage you. If you have not started reading, there's no better time for you to start now. Just yesterday, ICAN published the exam dates, okay, for May 2025 diets, which means that your exam will commence effective May 20 through May 2022. Sorry, May 22. So what we're now saying in essence is that now that you know your exam dates, is there any better time for you to start reading other than now? Therefore, because as you lay your bed, so also you will learn on it. All right. So that will take us to the next strategy, which is for you to design your reading timetable. There's no better time for you to do that. If you have not done it, now is the time for you to do it because you can't be reading randomly. You need to design your reading timetable. This will guide you. From Monday to Sunday, you must have minimum of 2 hours reading. Minimum of 2 hours is important for you to be able to achieve excellence. Rome is not built in a day, all right? Rome is not built in a day. It takes steps. You don't just become adults. You started from cradle, all right? So there are stages. You know, at times when you are reading, maybe a few days down the line, you might have forgotten what you read a few days ago, all right? It's normal for everybody. I passed through the same before I become chartered accountant, and I believe Mr. Wasil and every other qualified accountant or chartered accountant, they experience the same thing. So it's not new to you. So please, it is important that you design your reading timetable. And then, of course, it is not sufficient for you to just have a very lofty, reading timetable. You have to be committed to it. Whatever you say you are going to do on each day of the week, you have to do it. If, for example, at foundation, maybe you are writing 4 papers, you have delineated, you have outlined the subjects that you are going to be reading for each day of the week. All right. So you need to ensure that, say, for example, you want to read management information on Monday. On Tuesday is a business law. On Wednesday is a business management and finance and all of that. So you need to ensure that for each day that you have set, you are following it, you are committed to it. Because once you skip a day, then you need to double your effort to recover it. All these things will be accumulating. All right. If you miss a day, it should be accumulating. So you can't just jump and come maybe for a few days to the maybe a month to the exam. And you want to pass your ICAN exam. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. God will surely reward your effort. So it is only whatever the effort that you put in that you are going to get at the end of the day. All right. So guys, it is important for you to start studying now. All right. Then design your reading timetable that will guide your study. Then when you are studying for your exam, it is important that you avoid what is called analysis paralysis in your choice of study materials. All right, it's very important. While you are in the class, your lecturers will recommend the kind of textbooks or the material that you should use for your study. We have our own in-house developed study materials. Not only that, oftentimes we also recommend ICAN study parts, especially for the theoretical subjects. For example, at foundation, you are going to have a business law, which is purely theoretical, all right? So at that level, it is important that you focus mainly on the ICAN study part for your business law. Business ICAN study part is sufficient for you to be able to pass your exam, because oftentimes ICAN do pick questions from the study part, especially for those theoretical ones. Of course, there are some subjects that we cannot recommend ICAN study part, but you also need to use ICAN study part in conjunction with any other valuable resources that you are going to use for your exams. So I want to guide you. Our objective is to guide you, is to support you. And that's why we are saying that you should avoid analysis paralysis, because when you have so much materials at your disposal, it will become difficult for you to know which one should I even be using now, because you have so many options. And that's why we are saying that when you are preparing for exam, whatever the material that your lecturers has recommended for you, that's number one. Then, of course, your ICAN study pack, and then the study material that we present for you in the class. Don't visit any other materials again, so that if you have so much, it may derail you. And that's why I'm insisting, we are saying that we should avoid analysis paralysis. Okay, then, of course, that will take us to strategy number 7. I've already mentioned that, of course, you have to use ICAN study pack with other valuable learning materials. It's important. In our general group, we've been recommending, in the class, we've been recommending material that you should use for your exam, to prepare yourself for the exam. We have a taxation, we have recommended, we have strategic financial management, performance management, ICAN study pack. We also have other valuable materials that we recommend for you on the corporate reporting and all of that, and across all other subjects. But what is important is that you have to use your ICAN study material in conjunction with other learning materials, okay? Other learning, valuable or relevant learning materials. So you cannot ignore your ICAN study pack. So you have to use both, because, like I mentioned, oftentimes examiners do lift questions from the ICAN study pack, especially for the theoretical ones, all right? Now, this is very important. This strategy number 8 is very important in the essence, in the sense that, you know, after you have consulted several textbooks, several learning materials, it's important that when you are studying those materials, you know, you first of all, you read. After you read, you memorize, you digest all what you have learning, you have learned, and at the same time, you need to put it down in your own handwriting. It is not sufficient to just be reading textbook every now and then. So, for example, if you want to read at professional level, we have strategic financial management. If you want to read a particular topic in strategic financial management, say, for example, cost of capital, okay, you consult ICAN material, ICAN study pack. I also recommended the Golden Book by Adejuwon Daud. I recommended it for you. So you read your cost of capital on ICAN. What does ICAN say on this? What does Golden Book say on this? What have I been taught in the class in relation to cost of capital? So bring all those you're learning into perspective. Then you now put it down in your own handwriting. You must have your own working notes, where you are going to be jotting, you are going to summarize all those learning, or whatever you have learned for each topic. You need to have a working note where you are going to document all of them, so that going forward, you don't need to go back to ICAN study pack. You don't need to go back to the Golden Book of Mr. Adejuwon, or Advanced Tax of or Taxation by Mr. Christopher Akimbobola. You don't need to be consulting from those topics again, because you already summarized it. So going forward, it is that your summarized note that you are going to be making use of. In fact, say, for example, if you are not driving to the office, you can even go, of course, you are not expected to be carrying textbook here and there. So it is that your jotted, summarized notes that you are supposed to be using by that time. You know, at times there may be traffic. Oh, let me carry my notes and begin to read. At least before I get home, I can do about 30 minutes. So because from this moment till May 20th, when you are going to begin your exam, every minute counts. Every minute counts. All right, please, it is important. You can't just be reading anyhow. So you need to develop your summarized note for each of the subject that you want to write. Then lastly, this is also very important, very essential. The 9th strategy, we say that you should practice ICAN Pathfinder question and answer. You can't go to the exam hall without practicing. In fact, the key to your success, okay? The key to your success in ICAN exam is just practice. Practice, practice, and continue to practice till the D day, all right? Because practice makes perfect. It is only when you practice that you can become the master. And then, therefore, it is important, it is essential that you have to use Pathfinder question and answer for you to be exposed, okay, to the details of the question, or how to how I can do set the exam, especially if you're just coming for the first time. You are just writing the ICAN exam for the first time. Maybe you are coming from Makati to professional level, or you are coming as an accounting graduate, you are starting from skills level, or you are just starting from foundation level. So it is important for you to practice. You can't go to the exam without you making use of Pathfinder question and answer. It is important because the essence of the Pathfinder question and answers is to guide you, is to expose you. Therefore, I want to encourage you, all right? As soon as you settle down, you need to purchase all relevant Pathfinder questions and start using them. There are ways that you are expected to, there are strategies to use ICAN Pathfinder questions. Say, for example, in corporate reporting, all right, you have been taught a particular topic. That particular topic, you need to go to your Pathfinder question and answer. Go and look for a similar question there. What is ICAN saying? Okay, you close the question, you solve it. Then once you solve it, then you go back there and check the solution. Oh, compared to your answer, compare the solution you have in the study in the Pathfinder, then compare with what you have in your own solution. Of course, it is possible you may make one or two mistakes, then you correct yourself. You can't repeat similar mistake again going forward. And that's why it is important for you to practice ICAN Pathfinder question and answers. It's very important. So these are the 9 strategies that you need to take into consideration as you are preparing for your ICAN exam. And then, of course, like all the discussants have been talking about, ICAN exam is not difficult. So it's the way you lie your bed that you are going to lie on. I mean, the way you lay your bed is the way you are going to lie on it. So I want to encourage you, please, take this ICAN exam that you want to write very seriously, because there is no time. Dr. Tunji said the other time that, you think that May diet is far. It's not far. It's right at hand. Before you wink, May is it. We started January yesterday. Today is January 30th. Before you know it, February will come and go. So it is important for you to take this exam that you want to write very seriously. You know, right now that you have decided that you want to write ICAN May 2025 diet exam, in your office, some of your colleagues are aware that you want to write ICAN exam. For those of you that are married, you've been attending lectures, your spouse is aware that you are writing ICAN exam. You've been telling your neighbor that I'm going to ICAN class. Everybody is aware that you are writing this ICAN exam. Therefore, all eyes are on you. The day ICAN will release results come early July 2025, people don't allow people to ask you before you are going to share your result. So what you are going to get on that day, your outcome, I pray to Almighty God that you are going to have a beneficial outcome. However, whatever will be the outcome on that day, it is your disposition to your study that will determine the kind of outcome you are going to have on that day. So I pray it will be a beneficial one, but you also need to play your own part. God does not reward laziness. So you have to show hardworking. You need to be hardworking in the way you handle your ICAN programs, your ICAN studying. So it is important at this stage that you take everything and every step very seriously. And I pray that God Almighty will make it very easy for you. Of course, we are still going to meet in class from time to time. We are going to be reminding you on your responsibility for you to be able to get the best, because we are looking up to you. We are, as equity professional, we are looking up to you, because we don't want to stop with Chidinma that won the prize in May 2024 during the induction. We want this May diet also, May 2025. We want to present to ICAN a candidate that will win the overall prizes. So that is our goal for this May 2025 diet. And Equity professional cannot do it alone. Will depend on you. We rely solely on you because you are the one that wants to write the exam, and that's why we are encouraging you to put in your best. Of course, every tuition center are presenting their own students to ICAN. All right, and that's why we are guiding you. We are going to support you through all levels. All right, we are going to support you, but you just have to play your part. Don't be lazy. You have to show hard work so that God can reward your hard work. It's very important. God will guide you through. Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Wasil.
Thank you very much, Mr. Adejumo, for that powerful presentation. And I can say it's extremely insightful. As you have all heard, you need to start preparing immediately. You need to start preparing right now. You need to get your past questions and avoid information overload. Get the specific materials you need to get and focus on those and use that for your preparation. Thank you very much for that powerful presentation. So before we go, Madam Stella from ICAN joined us. So we would want to hear very briefly from her on ICAN registration before we go. I don't know if she can have the floor now.
So much, sir.
We can't hear you again. I think maybe it's the network from
Can you
from
hear
your.
me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. We can hear you
Can you
now.
hear me? Yes, okay, you can hear me now. So, as I was saying, professional registration is not, you don't pay for professional registration at the bank. Everything is online. You go online to the ICAN website, www.icanportal.org/professional. That's where you make your payment and that's where you do the processing. Once you get to the website, you just click on new students registration. Once you click on the new students registration, there will be a dialog box that will ask you to input your telephone number and your email. For those of you that will be doing the processing yourself, please take note of your transaction reference or your PIN, because if you want to check for your registration number online, that's what you'll be needing. It's a very long one. You see PIN PSR 250 is almost a 13 digits. So you have to take note of that, please. So once you are done processing, once you have done the payment, because once you open that dialog, after inputting your phone number and your email, it will ask you to make payment. You either make the payment through Paystack or you do it through WebPay. If you are through with the payment, it take you back to the page where you continue with the registration. So once you have inputted all your documents into that page, it will ask you for your referee. Before you start processing, please get somebody to referee you who is already a chartered accountant and is not owing the institute. So you get the membership number of that of the member, you impute it, and then make sure the person signs your credentials, not the original, maybe photocopies. You give to him, he'll sign it because you are going to upload those documents online. That's what will review and process your registration. So for those of you processing registration, we need a certificate. But if you are using a notification of results, you need to attach your call-up letter or your NYSC certificate. Either you attach the NYSC certificate or your call-up letter with your notification of results. But if you are using a certificate, the NYSC letter, NYSC call-up letter or the certificate is not really necessary. But where you are not able to get that, you can tell your school to send your transcript to ICAN, and the transcript must be addressed to the registrar of the institute. So once we get it through our email, you can send it via courier or you can send it to our email, studentaffairs@ican.org.ng. So once we get it, we will review it and check it and give you a registration number. Now there's improvement on the mode of getting the registration number. We don't really need to go online. Once your registration number is approved, it will be sent to your mail. That's why we advise students to use their current email. So we send the registration number to your mail, and aside the registration number, you equally get a certificate of registration that if the system has been automated. You get your registration number and your certificate of registration. You get both in your email once your registration has been approved. And all this will happen within 72 hours. I hope you are hearing me, sir. I hope you are hearing me.
Yes,
Hello?
we
Yes,
can hear
okay.
you.
Yes, okay. So for those students that will be using the AAT certificates, please note that you need to pay the cost of induction, which is 30,000 naira. You need to pay cost of induction before you can process your registration. So you just give us your AAT certificate, you pay 30,000 naira for induction. You attach, that's what you attach online. This is for those students that are using the AAT certificate in processing their registration. So once you upload all this, we'll process your registration, and within 72 hours, you get your registration number. So once you get your registration number, those of you that are qualified for exemption, you can then go online and pay for your exemption with your registration number. We will usually have students who pay for registration for exemption with 999. That is not what you pay your exemption with your registration number. You get a registration number 2274, something like that. So that's what you pay. It's a six-digit number. That's what you pay your exemption with, and everything is done online. You don't pay at the bank. I think basically those are the information that is really necessary. Then for those of you that have that have attended institutions that are accredited by the institute, there are levels of exemption that you'll be given. I don't know if my colleague if she has explained the levels of exemptions. For those
Yeah,
of you that will be doing, okay, for those that are using, for those that the schools are under MCAT, they have a higher exemption. For those that they have a BSc accounting, they will start from skills. Those that are MCAT, they start from professionals. Then, so basically, those are the information I think the students needs to get. Then, for those that will be doing the change of name, maybe for married women, if you want to do your you do your change of name before you start writing the exams, and make sure the name that you are registering with is the name that that is going to appear in your certificate, because once you have started writing exams, it's not allowed to do a change of name. What you do when you are finished writing the exam. So for those that will be changing their name based on marriage, they will have to go to membership. That will be done after induction. You don't do that even after you are finished writing your exam. It's after induction you'll be able to do your change of name based on marriage. But for those that want to correct their name, you can only correct it after you are finished writing your exam and you have your final result from a professional exams department. That's where you now write to student affairs department to say, please, I have a mistake in my name, please help me correct. So it's always advisable to you to check properly before you submit anything online and before you start writing your exams. So basically, those are the information that we have. Then if you need further information, you just go to the website www.icanig.org. Once you get there, click on students, you'll see a lot of information that will be useful to you. Thank you so much for listening to me. So if you have any further questions, I'm still here. You can ask me. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for the opportunity, sir. I appreciate it.
thank you very much, madam, for that
Yes,
presentation.
sir.
So there's a quick question from our students that the new approach of giving registration certificate to
Yes, sir.
newly registered student.
Yes, sir.
What about those that have registered before now? Will they be given registration certificates?
Yes, those are the ones that we can now process manually. If you are one of those students who have registered before, once you send us your request and you attach your evidence of subscription payment, we process those ones manually. But those students who are registering now, the certificate of registration is and registration number, everything has been automated to be sent to their emails. So we encourage them to use their email. We always tell tuition centers, even if you are registering for the students, make sure you use their email, because there are lots of things that we are planning and they're working on in the institute that will be sent to their emails directly. So for those old students, we can process those manually. But for the new ones, they will get the certificate of registration in their email and the registration number. You can equally still get your registration number online, but the email will serve as an alert to tell you registration number is ready and all that. So those are the developments, sir.
Very much.
Yes.
So there is one of our students that paid. She got transaction reference,
Okay.
and she doesn't know what to do next.
So that's a is it PayStack or web sir?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes, go ahead. We can hear you now. Okay, now we can't hear you again.
What did she pay? What did she pay for? Hello, what did she pay for, sir?
She paid for registration.
Okay, she got a transaction reference. She's supposed to go and generate her PIN,
Okay.
then continue processing. Please give the person my number. Let her call me tomorrow. I would take her through the process of generating the PIN so that she can continue the processing.
Okay, all right. That's noted.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much again.
Yes,
So,
Mr. Wasil,
yes, sir.
please, before you go ahead to the next question, let me use this opportunity to welcome some of our lecturers that are online. Mr. Desalu Adebayo, one of our law lecturers, is here with you. You're welcome, Mr. Desalu.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Advanced audit
Mr.
and
Hali,
assurance, sir.
sorry, advanced audits, yes. Sorry. Yes, also, Mr. Hali is here. Ali Ismail, your lecturer on CSME, Business Management and Finance. Mr. Ali, you are welcome. Then I can see Mr. Idris. Mr. Idris Isiaka is one of your lecturers, performance on the public sector accounting and finance, as well as taxation. Mr. Idris, you are welcome. Yeah. Mr. Wasi, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Adejuwon. Okay, so we have read out all our questions for the ICAN representative that are here. So I don't know if any of our students have any further questions before we end this session. Do anyone have a question? Okay, so no one has any question again. So I'm sure that you have taken a lot away from here today. So I think okay. Okay. So we would I'm just trying to look at the chat that are coming in now. So we're going to drop their contact. If you need their contact, we would give it to you. Study Jumo is always available. We have their contact with us, so we would send it to you so that you can reach out to them directly for your questions and whatever inquiries you might have. Okay, so they will be available for that. Okay. Okay. So we have a question that hospitality management technology. So is there any exemption for that? I don't know if
No exemption, sir.
Sorry.
okay, no exemption.
No
Okay, thank you.
exemption.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so can we talk about how the online class? Okay, so I think this is for us. So Lucia, so you can reach out to me or Mr. Dejumo. So we would enlighten you on how our online class works. The class is already ongoing, so we'll be available to attend to that for you. So if there are no other questions, so we just want to encourage you that yes, you have started attending classes. Make sure that you register with ICAN. That is very important. Register, get your exemptions. If you don't do those ones, you will not be able to write the exam. So please get that out as early as possible. Don't delay it at all if you have not registered. So for those that have registered, then fine, you can just go and pay for your exams, then you're good to go. But those that have not, the new students that are just starting up, please do that as quickly as possible. Okay, so Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Wasil.
Yes, Mr. Dejo.
Before we drop the mic, it's important that we talk again on the exam dates that ICAN published yesterday. So, yes, the earlier you pay for your exams, the better for you. For some of our students that reside on the highland, you know, you only have one exam venue, which is on Amadou Bello, all right? So that space that we have there is very small. And then the earlier you pay for your exams, the better for you. Because once the space is filled up, you will not be able to write your ICAN exam in the at the venue. That means you'll be transferred to the mainland. It can be at Unilag, Ikeja, or even go to Amuwo Odofin. You are going to be reassigned. And that's why it is important for you to pay for your exam as quickly as possible once you have the means. Even though registration payment for the exam will end on May 9th, according to ICAN. And then, so it's better to do it not later than March. You have to pay for your exam not later than March. Other than that, you may struggle, all right, to find a space on the island to write your exam. Of course, for those of you on the mainland, all right, there are so many exam venues that you can where you can write your exam, so you have no issue with that, even the online student as well. But this information is mainly for those that are on the island, because the only exam center they have there is, the space there is limited. Okay. Now, in addition to that, I don't know, some of our lecturers are online. Some of them may want to speak with you. I don't know if that is permitted, Mr. Wasil, so that any one of them can speak. Mr. Wasil Yusuf is also online. I'm very sure he will be eager to speak to his students. Please, can we afford the opportunity?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Mr. Wasil?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay. So the floor is open. Mr. Wasil Yusuf.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
All protocol duly observed. My honorable chairman, MD, my registrar, my financial director, the moderator of this particular orientation event, all the guests, the lecturers, the students, and every other one, you are all welcome. They've said it all from the beginning to the end. I really salute our able registrar. He has said everything concerning the strategy. That is my area of what concern. One thing I want you to also take note, you need a target for your exam. Target is very, very what? One of the key. According to Mr. Dejuwon, he said you need to set objective. That your objective must go along with your target. That target is what? Minimum of the mark I want to score in this particular course should not be letting less than 70%, 80%. If peradventure there is an issue in the exam hall, you will still manage to cross the border. There is no particular success. To climb a particular success of ladder, whether you like it or not, is always what? Stressful. Don't look after the stress, but target is what? Where you are going, which is my area of what? Interest. And Mr. Wasu also made mention of what? And likewise, Mr. Deju also made mention of that you need to practice. Practice as many as possible questions. Reading the books, as you are reading, practice with, go along with what? Pathfinder. ICAN Pathfinder is what we also encourage you to be able to have a better understanding of what you have read in the books. And you, minimum I can look at, minimum you can go for is per topic, minimum of 5 questions per topic will help you to have a better understanding. And when we can still remember one of those days when we are with our professors, they always put across to us that is what we call 5 P's. 5 P's. What that 5 means stand for? Proper preparation prevent poor performance. If you can have a proper preparation, there is no way you will surely pass if you have a better understanding of what you have read and you have idea of what the principles and the concepts are, what you need to know. You have idea of those principles and concepts. Believe me, you going for the exam, even after finishing the paper from the hall, you will be able to know whether you have done well or not. By the time they are saying the result is out, you will be laughing because you have a good hands that have already trained you with what you also have put in place to make sure you get to where you are going. We cannot give you 100%, but we can give you 70%. Your 30%, the remaining 30% belongs to you. That 30% is your own time to study what we have taught you from the beginning to the end. Then from there, going to the hall, get to the exam hall on time. Don't get to the exam hall late because of pressure. And if there is too much of pressure, you might lose concentration. Get to the exam hall on time, and getting there, you prepare very well. Believe me in you, you are good to go. And anytime you have anything you are going through and you are not having better understanding, you have the right to call the lecturer that's in charge of those particular courses. I believe in us. We are ready to give you what you want, and I'm sure Almighty God will surely take you to where you are going by the grace of God. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Wasu Yusuf. Any of our lecturers that want to talk? Mr. Ali, do you have anything for our students? Mr. Desalu.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Mr. Ali, you can go ahead.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Mr. Ali.
It's a pleasure being in this gathering in the midst of scholars. Yes, sir. All I have to say is that I say kudos to Equity Professional for this initiative. We always are a paid center, and this will give the students the reassurance of hope that they are in the right place. We will intensify effort to guarantee you success in your forthcoming exam. Beyond the exam too, even when you qualify, you can look back, look forward to Equity Professional will be there to guide you and give you all necessary immense support that will make a valuable contribution to your chosen profession. In addition, I want to inform you, just like Mr. Adegunwa, Mr. Wasu, the two Wasu we have, I've said that it is through hint of hard working and determination that we can excel, because nothing comes easy in life. There is no sweet without sweat. So you need to be focused, you need to be determined, you have to ensure that you give it all it takes. So that's the only way you can answer life. Because to answer life, not only in Nigeria, to answer life generally is a big task. And I pray that God Almighty will give you the wisdom, the knowledge, the retentive memory, and it will flavor your labor and crown your effort with success. On behalf of Equity Professional, we wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Any other short comment? Because we're already 1 hour
Right,
behind.
good evening,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yes.
I stand on existing protocol. It's a privilege for me to be here today. My name is Adebayo Desalu, one of the lecturers at Equity Professional. So this is a charge to all prospective chartered accountants, okay? As we prepare for the ICAN exam, please remember that success is a blend of discipline, strategy, and resilience, okay? What that means is that you have started this race, you cannot afford to fall by the wayside. You have to give it all it takes so that you can have a good ending, okay? Start early now, okay? Create a realistic study plan and focus on understanding concepts and not just memorizing, okay? Use past questions to familiarize yourself with the exam pattern, okay? If possible, you can create study groups, okay? And to see, if you create that study group, it's going to help you to cross-fertilize ideas. And more importantly, stay consistent and believe in your ability to succeed, okay? This journey is not just for you to just pass the ICAN exam, but is building a foundation for a rewarding career because you are starting a new career once you become a child accountant. And the sky is your limit because once you're a child accountant, look at all the 14 papers you are writing. In all those 14 papers, there are equally, even not more than 14 different disciplines that you can also venture into, okay, in your career. So stay focused, stay motivated, and give it your best. I have no doubt that you all will excel. So good luck, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Disalu. Thank you very much. Any other short comments before we round up this session? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Sadejo.
Let me say my final word to my students. Yes, guys, after all said and done, the key thing that everybody has focused on is for you to take your exam very seriously. Time and time wait for nobody. Before you wink, May is here. Please, guys, take it very seriously. Take your exam very seriously. You need to study. Study and be strategic in the way you prepare yourself for the exams. It's just a matter of time, all right? Just a matter of time. Every one of us that have been speaking to you, I mean, majority of us are chartered accountants, started just like you, all right? So if I can do it, despite all the tight schedules, all right, and believe you can do better, all right, you can do better. Please take it very seriously. God will guide you, all right, and make the exam very easy for you. Each time, any day that your lecturers are teaching in the class, may God Almighty grant you a retentive memory so that all what you are being taught, you are understanding it. Not only understanding it, you are retaining it so that on that day when ICAN is twisting you, all right, when ICAN is dribbling you in the questions, you'll be able to succeed, all right, get to the right point. I mean, because when you are preparing for exam, it's like you are going for a war, all right? So ICAN is telling you on that day of your exam, okay, come and defend. You say you have attended lectures. You say you have read so much. You say you have so much knowledge on this concept. Then come and demonstrate. Come and show that you truly understand all what you have been taught. So it's a war, and you have to win ICAN. ICAN cannot succeed you. You are the one that will succeed ICAN. So you have to win ICAN on that day. For you to be able to win the ICAN, that is the essence of the 9 strategies that we discussed earlier on. So you need to take your exam very seriously. God Almighty will guide you all right and make it very easy for you. So my MD is there to close the this event so that we can release everyone. Then on my own part, before my MD speak, Mrs. Stella, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here, sir.
Yes. Mrs. Temi, are you still there? Mrs. Temilola? Okay. So on behalf of Equity Professional, we want to say thank you very much for your support. We called on you and you answered us. We really appreciate. We did not take
My
it for
pleasure, sir.
granted. Thank you
My
very
pleasure,
much.
sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Please,
Thank
my
you so much.
regard
You're
to
welcome,
Mr.
sir.
Abodunde. Yeah.
All right, I will, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Best of luck, everyone.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mr. Wasil, take it from me.
Okay, so Mr. Christopher, please round off the meeting so that we can go to our respective beds.
Thank you all. Thank you, Mr. Dejumo. Thank you all the speakers. Mr. Wasiopola, you have really done well this night. the moderation was good. And we want to use this opportunity to also thank our ICAN representatives. All the questions were really dealt with the way we express it. And I'm very sure the students too, they really appreciate your coming today. I want to also thank you for what you have done. We believe that we have much opportunity to have this kind of discussion in the future when we'll be having our coming students. And we thank you for calling you at once and you responded at once. Thank you very much. To our lovely students, uh, this is just the beginning, and I'm very sure you've heard all the strategies that everybody, all the lecturers has given you this night. I want to advise you that you make use of them because doing this would help you achieve your greatness. You know, greatness is not does not easily to come by. You have to work and strive very hard to achieve greatness. And I pray as you strive hard, this diet, God in His infinite mercy will grant you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and the ability to succeed in this coming exam. Thank you. God bless you all for joining this meeting. We'll see you again in class uh, by Saturday and by tomorrow for those of you that you are doing online class. Thank you all. God bless you. Good night.
Thank you, everybody. See you on Saturday. Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone. See you on Saturday in class.